Welcome to Recovering Addict. I'm your host, LT, and I'm an alcoholic addict.
Ooh, I'm Fleece Weaver, the co-host, married to an alcoholic addict, here for any questions you may have on the matter.
Yeah, any questions, anything you need to know. If you're just first finding this channel or this page, whatever you're on, Facebook or YouTube, this place is dedicated to helping the still suffering addict to get off and get clean from drugs and alcohol. And then once you're off and clean, to work the steps, whatever you got to do to work your program and to prevent relapse. Let's keep our education rolling and relapse. And so we don't ever have to go back to the nightmare that we created for ourselves in active addiction. It's Friday, and I'm excited to be here. So tonight, I figured we'd take a night off from that book. I didn't get as prepared as I would like to be. And if I'm not prepared, I'm not going to come to the table and act like I'm prepared. So tonight we were able to go live over on a guy's channel. His name is Carl. Is that right?
Carl, yeah. Thanks for being there, Kat. I saw you.
Yeah, we saw Kat over there. He does a thing called Recovery Flow, Inspirational Freestyle Recovery. Here's his link in the description. You guys ought to check him out. He's a no holds bar kind of recovery guy. He tells you what's up, and he tells a good story. So go check his page out if you ever get a chance. But we just got off of there sharing our story for the last 40 minutes, and now we are here live with you all. And so tonight, I just figured we'd just hang out and chit-chat, talk about recovery. I could tell you some of my stories and what I did in my life since he got me thinking all about it. Fleece can give you some of her sides of her stories. If you got any questions, let's talk about those. And if you guys actually anybody wants to jump on the channel and talk tonight, I'll put the link in the description. Kirby self.
That's funny.
Yeah, I got some awesome Kirby stories. I was really good at selling Kirby's. It's an amazing vacuum, you guys. Okay, that's just that for one. But no, the thing that intrigued me about selling Kirby's was being able to meet somebody at a front door for the first time, ever meeting this person in my life, and within 2 hours have them sign over a check for $2,500. And the art of being able to talk, because the thing you have to understand about Kirby salesmen, is they are taught how to close, and closing isn't, signing the paper and the deal is closed. Closing starts with the first question. And that's what I loved about it. I studied it and I was just like, this is freaking amazing. I can control somebody's mind. Wow. And that's basically what they teach you how to do through various questions and the way that you ask questions when and how you ask questions. Because if I'm just sitting here blabbing to you, talk, you can zone out. But when I ask you a question, you have to stop and think. And then you have to think about the answer. So if I ask a bunch of certain questions, I can make you think down a trail. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
149 days sober.
Good job, Charlene.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Link, what's up with that, huh?
Let's go back up and talk about Murd.
Where's Murd? Uh-oh.
Keep going. Right there.
Hey, yo, I fell off the wagon. Murd. What's up, brother? Well, tell us about that.
That's cool. Your father's going to be your sponsor.
My father's going to be my sponsor because he's a recovering alcoholic. Did you drink? What'd you do, bro? Are you sober right now and all that good stuff, or what is up? Do you want to come on here and share with us live? It's up to you. You don't have to. It's just a question, no pressure. But we're with you. We're feeling you. We know your pain. I know your pain. I know your struggle. Been there, done that. But how can we help you tonight? Is there anything we can do to help anybody right now? How can we help? We're here right now. We're open. I'm going to call it Free Talk Friday because we just finished chapter 4. Maybe we'll recap some things. We'll take our inventory. We'll read our 24 hours a day. And we'll just, the comments are going to direct the comments you all put in the chat right now is going to direct this stream. So it's up to you to keep this stream rocking and rolling on recovery.
Hey,
Who's hanging out with us? I didn't even say hi to everybody. Let me go all the way back up to the top and say, what's up, Sky? I'm glad you're here. We got David Miller. We got Marilyn.
Gordon.
What's up, Gordon? We got Polly Pinch.
Polly.
Love Polly. We got Petey. We got John in the house. We saw Catherine. She got to hear some of our story, obviously, making fun of my Kirby days, which is it's like embarrassing, but not.
Got Chad and Ariel. You look new, Ariel.
Ariel new? What's up, Ariel?
Hi.
Good to see you. Nice Facebook card. It's cute. Alicia in the house.
Longest
We got
ever,
Larry
Charlene. That's awesome.
with the 149.
Mm-hmm.
That is really good. Off alcohol too.
It's toughy.
That is tough.
Especially
if you were
'cause-
over on that other channel and got to see my story, you understand. I know very well and good the battle of alcohol. What's up, Linky?
I was wondering.
Yeah. You want to come on and say hi to everybody?
Sure.
So if some of you caught the story I was telling about Link and the kid that got his head crushed, this is him. He's alive. He's a miracle boy. He's our miracle boy.
Yep.
He's doing good.
Strong. Stay strong.
Got abs of steel. He's got flabs of steel.
Got a 1-pack.
Oh, you can see his poor little scars on his belly.
You don't need to show us.
That's where his feeding tube
Yeah, he had
was.
to have a feeding tube and all that kind of good stuff. Michael Teeter. I love that picture you put on there, brother. That was really cool. Carmen, welcome.
Where in the world?
And is that about everybody? Marilyn.
We
I
got
said hi to
Merc.
Marilyn. What's up, Merc? Yeah. Merc, he's my people too, man. Love. I'm turning in from White River, Arizona. Tuning in, sorry.
Hello,
everyone at the Sawyer House.
Sawyer and Anchored Hearts.
Yeah, let's put Sawyer House up. We should have a Sawyer House hang out with us tonight. Whoa, I did that last time. Bam. There they are. They're hanging out.
Boo Boo Bear. Glad you're back.
Where?
Boo Boo.
Boo's in the house?
Boo.
What up, Boo? Boo Boo. Looking at Boo. Nice to see you. So, how's Boo doing tonight? Yeah, he got in a bad accident, Boo. I know. How are you doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Everybody just
Michael Teeters sporting his t-shirt.
how to watch live. I hope you're watching. I hope you're watching Penny's Friend. Murd. Write it down. Take a screenshot. Do something. What's up, Jen? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Wavy hand. Yeah, it is tough, Charlene. Tell me about it. I drank for 33 to 40. I drank for 8 years, 7 years. I drank pretty steadily for 7 years. And by the time, there's probably the 2 years I drank on the weekends. And then from once it kicked off, it was pretty dang close to every night for the first 4 or 5 years. And then it turned into as much as I could drink every night for a couple of years. So, man, I understand I understand the coming off of drinking. I understand the DTs. I had thoughts of drinking, but the happiness I see on my son's face beats morning hangovers. I came home and poor baby, he cried. Good. Play that tape through, uglify it, and then find something to be grateful for. I love that. That's good. What's up, Chad? Chad's in the house. We're doing good. We are doing good. He's got flabs of steel, just like me. Anchored Hearts, brother from the White Mountains. Right on. Our hearts and our prayers are with all y'all. Went to detox twice, a rehab in California for 90 in 2016, came back and drank again. Now, 3 years later, I admitted myself to detox again, and I'm a widow at 52.
Ah,
I'm sorry
for your loss.
Keep
Your
going.
husband died. Well, that'd be tough.
Yeah, that would be tough. You could use that as an excuse to drink, or you can use that as an excuse to be strong and inspire somebody. And that's what I keep telling people that I want to stay sober, that I desire, and just pray to stay sober through this stinking COVID thing. And life's never going back to normal after this. This is a kickoff into a different world. But as soon as we get over and we get back to some type of normality, to be able to say that we went through this huge change and stayed sober is going to be another testament, another milestone, another rock for us to share our hope and strength with somebody that needs to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So stay strong so that we can share with somebody else who suffers, who was going through what we went through. Speaking of share, if you're on the Facebook side, share this out. You never know. Let God do the work, just send it out, and somebody might happen just to hit it at the exact right time, get clean and sober, save their life, restore their family. And who knows where that person would go on from there to saving whoever, right? And start a watch party. If you start a watch party, you can, if people comment in there, then you can handle that. Hey, Lisa's in the house. What's up, Lisa? I have not been able to catch your stream lately. Our times are just, every time I see you go live, I'm doing something else. I'm like, dang it. But we love Lisa. She's on the stream team. I'm happy to be proud and sober. Good. We're proud of you and happy you are sober too. But like I said, tonight's you want to hop on there, Mr. Polly? There's no might about it. I'll send a link out, and if whoever wants to jump on here in a second after we get through our inspirational quotes here from AA.
Stand strong for your chihuahua. A lot of girls. That's
That's your why. And if that's a why and it works, keep doing it. So there's always the debate, right? Is alcoholism a disease? And what is your why? And what do you got to do to recover? What is the exact right program that you got to work? My counselor would always say, if you don't want to call it a disease, but it obviously did something to you, and it's something, whatever it is, it's not good. Call it a disease or not, it's something. And then a program, and I don't know where he got this, and you probably have heard that before. He goes, but if you sit in a corner and drink peanut butter an hour a day, and that keeps you sober, do it. Work a program.
Carl's in the house. Hi, Carl. Thanks again.
Hey, what's up, Carl? Hey, you guys.
letting us be on
There's
your
Carl.
show.
I was just talking about. Here's his comment right here, Here's his link to his stuff coming at you in the comments. Check him out. The dude is real, legit. He cares. You know, when you come across people in recovery, you know who's faking it. You know who's not. You can't bull, right? And that's us. We've been there. We've been the bull crappers, whatever. I don't want to cuss at y'all. But when you meet somebody and you know they don't have compassion and empathy, you can pretty much see right through it. But Carl is a dude who is driven by compassion and empathy and the love for an addict, the love to just share no matter what. He doesn't want to get caught up in any drama games. He just wants to love and help people. And so if you're looking for some great inspiration, check him out for reals. Dude is awesome. So glad, through this whole internet stuff, this whole COVID and this just the way all this technology is evolving around recovery. I praise God that he connected us today. And it was great. It was beautiful. I loved it. Thank you, Carl, for having us. Much love and much respect. Maybe rushing the topic, but I would like to talk about how we cannot expect others to create our happiness for us. We must find our own happiness. If we don't, it could be be easy to relapse. Yeah. That's being codependent there. Yeah. You got anything to say on that?
I think that goes for anybody. Just expecting somebody else to create happiness for you. But that's a hard thing to learn, I think, how to create your own happiness. Because we're all so used to relying on other people for things so I don't know. Maybe it starts with our parents or something. But to just be able to just be happy on your own is a great, what's it called? Milestone, I guess.
Freedom.
Yeah. You don't have to rely on others people to do it for you. And it is very freeing to just be happy. It doesn't matter if like your spouse is in a bad mood or somebody else is in a bad mood. They don't dictate how you feel. You can still be happy if somebody's in a bad mood. It's not a bad thing. I don't know. Sometimes I feel guilty being in a good mood when he's grumpy, but I can be in a good mood if I want to be in a good mood. I can be happy if I want to be happy. And maybe my happiness will wear off and create others to be happy.
Yeah.
It's contagious. Happiness is contagious.
A lot of people can't be happy because they're looking for a pat on the back. They're looking for somebody to tell them a good job. And they're looking for other people to confirm something about themselves instead of being happy with who they are. First, you got to be happy with who you are and understand that you had no choice in the matter. You don't have any choice. It goes back to the serenity prayer. God, grant me the strength to accept the things I cannot change. Can you change what parents you were born to? No. Can you change what color you are? No. Can you change what gender you are? No. You can argue about that one later. Save that for some other time. But you can't change who you are. God made you a certain way to be who you are. And a good tool or a good practice to try to go be happy is go do something good for somebody and literally remain anonymous. Don't tell your friend, don't tell any coworkers, don't tell your kids. Go out, do a good deed for somebody and come back and don't say a word about it and just be happy that you did that and learn how to just do stuff without having to look for confirmation from anybody else. It's harder than you think. It's really is harder than you think. Me too. I was a miserable drunk. I could show you some of my misery. I could show you a clip of me. So cameras, YouTube, taking pictures, making videos has always been kind of a little hobby of mine. So I always had a camera running. So back in 2018, I was trying to make a video. I don't even want to show it because it's so disgusting. Just I hate seeing myself like that. But I, as a drunk person, tried to have a conversation with my sober person, thinking I was going to make this cool video. Like, here's the drunk guy asking the sober guy question and the sober guy, and both of them being me. But I'll show that if you guys want to see it.
You're welcome, Mike.
Oh.
Yeah. You'd be happy if you want to be happy. Nobody can take that away from you.
Can't always control the situation, but we can learn how to control our reactions, right?
Yes, that's something I had to learn. That was a very long lesson.
That goes along with what we were talking about yesterday. You know, the only time we can have somebody actually offend us is if we allow that to be offensive to us. We get to choose how to react in those situations. I have a sponsee who's doing the 12 steps, but she is also very codependent on her hubby. All right, let's read this real quick. AA thought of the day. It says, I'm grateful I found a program in AA that could keep me sober. I am grateful that AA has shown me the way to faith in a higher power, because the renewing of that faith has changed my way of life. And I have found happiness and contentment that I have forgotten existed. By simply believing in God and trying to live the kind of life that I would know He wants me to live. As long as I stay grateful, I stay sober. Here's the question. Am I in a grateful frame of mind? Everybody out there, anybody not in a grateful frame of mind? Murd, I hope you're still watching. I hope you're still hanging out. Let's get you back on the recovery train, brother. And please come to our Zoom meeting tomorrow at 3. Because Murd, please come to our Zoom meeting tomorrow at 3. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. So God can work through you better when you are not hurrying. Here's the meditation. Go very slowly, very quietly, from one duty to the next, taking time to rest and pray between. Do not be too busy. Take everything in order. Venture often into the rest of God, and you will find peace. All work that results from resting with God is good work. Claim the power to work miracles in human lives. Know that you can do many things through your higher power. Know that you can do good things through God who rests you and gives you strength. Partake regularly of rest and prayer. And here's the prayer of the day. It says, I pray that I may not be in too much of a hurry. I pray that I may take time out often to rest with God.
I like that. I want to talk about that for a second, Kat. She is very codependent on her hubby. I think I became very codependent on LT for a while. And I had a very strong personality when we first met. And then I almost felt like I got, I don't know, sucked into his life almost, and kind of started losing who I was through just different fights and things like that, and had to figure out who I was again in order to not be codependent anymore. And that did take counseling to realize it was okay to be who I am and to just be happy with it. Because I'm a cool person. He thinks so too. But it's nice. And then you just have that freedom to just be who you are and be happy whether anybody likes it or not. And it's nice. It is free.
Sawyer House.
Yeah.
If you guys are involved in a program and there's a group of you out there watching as part of a recovery IOP or whatever it is, send us a group photo and we'll let you all hang out here with us and show some love back to you. Give you guys all kinds of shouts outs. So if you just joined us, tonight is pretty much freestyle. I didn't get prepared. When I come to the table and I come to this channel and I come in front of y'all, I want to be prepared for a topic. I'm not going to come here half, and because half a measure has availed us nothing, right? And I'm going to take my recovery and I'm going to take teaching anything I learn just as seriously. I read through the 5th chapter, but I like to have a good solid preparation and a thread to draw to continue us. But as a recap of those who haven't been here, we just went through this book right here called The Steps We Took. We are on chapter 5. We learned steps 1, 2, 3, and last night we finished step 4. We learned that we are completely powerless. We understand what that means. We understand what it means that our lives were unmanageable due to our alcohol and drugs. And coming off of them, you have to understand the addict mind is not going to rest. And if you rest, your addict mind is going to win. Okay. If you're listening to your addict mind and you're drinking and you have had things happen in your life because that are due to your powerlessness and your unmanageable life, and you've continued to drink, you're listening to your addict and you're failing, and it's going to only get worse. And so in 2, we come to believe that a power greater than ourselves can restore us to sanity. It's obvious at this point we couldn't do it on our own. So we come to believe, and we learn that this isn't a theological conversation. We are not here to preach any type of God. We are here to preach a higher power to help you get clean and sober. If AA, if NA, and that group consciousness is going to keep you accountable and hold you accountable, and that's your higher power at that moment, because we all start somewhere, then use it. So come to believe in it. And then in step 3, we became willing to turn our lives and our will over to the care of God as we understood him. So we learned all that. What does that mean to make that decision? And we understand, okay, my life's unmanageable. I need to make a decision to turn my life and my will over to him, because when it was belonged to me, it failed. And then in step 4, we learned that our bodies, our minds, and our soul and our spiritual health is like a business that we must take inventory on. And that we need to take this inventory honestly, and we need to write down all of our resentments, and we need to find the root cause of the problem, which is us addicts. And then in step 5, we're going to turn it over to God. We're going to confess it to another human being. We're going to confess it to ourselves. We're going to confess it to God, and we're going to get into what that means. And we will kick off chapter 5 tomorrow. But for tonight, the conversation is going to be led by you guys in the comments. And if you want to jump on here, if you're sober and you want to jump on here, I will put a link in the description. Just say so. What's up, Aaron? Welcome. Just say so. And you can jump on here and just give 2 minutes of inspiration or hope, or you can get on here and tell your story. It's up to you. What's up, Aubrey? Aubrey's looking at starting something, y'all. So keep your eye on him in the private Facebook group. We have a private Facebook group here for Recovering Addict, this little brand we got going on. And I highly suggest you join that. I got some paperwork back today, you guys. My nonprofit for Recovering Addict is in motion. Recovering Addict is almost an completed corporation now. And once that happens, I'm going to start looking into creating a facility downtown somewhere that is going to support relapse prevention. People have done IOPs. People have done in-house treatments for 30, 60, 90 days. You're working AA and NA programs. That's awesome. And I think you should. But I want something that's going to be the next level of recovery, the next level of education, the next level of keeping us sober for the rest of our lives, making us better people. And how can we spread from that and grow a better, stronger community around here in Ogden, Utah. Thank you, Chad. William, what's up, man? I haven't seen you for a minute. It's a fact. A grateful addict will not use. Amen. You have to remove yourself out of your recovery and become open-minded and allow meeting your sponsor or others to guide us. Amen. If we run out of recovery, it's going to be hard fall. Yeah. And that's what I want. I want to make a place where, I don't know, I have so many ideas for it. I'm thinking, people could come learn, and then that we could be like this voluntary support program for the whole community, for helping old ladies with their yards, just anything we can do to serve the community as recovering addicts. Because if we stay happy and just like you said right there, and grateful, and we can give and serve, because when you give and you serve and you're starting to help people, guess who you're not thinking about? Yourself. It's when we get closed up in self that the blinders of denial start wrapping around our head. And that's when we go down the rabbit hole to addiction. And then that's what our addict wants. That's what your addict wants you to do. He wants to bury you inside your own mind of depression and make you relive resentment, make you relive tragedies, keep you feeling hopeless, and then bury you in drugs and alcohol while he's digging your grave so he can kick you in there and then bury you in that too. Drugs lead to nothing but jails, institutions, or death. me go shut my front door.
I was wondering if the kids were coming back, but they never did. Megan, she's learned how to open the door. Well, the door doesn't close all the way, so she just pushes on it. It's not like some cool trick we taught her. But that would be cool if we did teach her how to open the door with her paw or something. She wouldn't work. Carmen, I'm connecting with my family on a level I've never have in a long time. I was the outcast, the drunk, the overly dramatic, making every excuse I could to drink. Well, good. Glad you're sober and connecting with your family. My mom and sister are still a little skeptical about me being sober right now. I just let it roll off the shoulder because I know I want to be sober. That's about all you can do there, Carmen. They'll come around eventually, or not, but hopefully they come around eventually. Your actions will show them that you're serious.
Fishing and camping sounds fun, John.
Yes.
And don't forget, tomorrow, 3:00 Mountain Standard Time, we got Zoom. And it's a serious Zoom meeting of recovery. We go around and everybody talks about their emotions. Everybody talks about their recovery, where their head and their heart is. And if you're struggling, that's a place to come and to get it off your chest, because we can all communicate face to face via the interweb. And it's amazing. Is that what you just talked?
Yeah. Just finishing off her comment.
Yep, that too. Polly, do you want to jump on here or what? Sky will be there. Sweet. Love it.
Yay.
And if you don't have the private Facebook group, did you put that link in there already?
I did somewhere, but not here.
Oh, hubby just tuned in. Touch on the happiness.
Oh, yeah. It's okay to be happy. Don't let anybody make you feel guilty about being happy.
You talk.
Well, I feel like I'm on the spot. No, but do be happy. What did I say about it? I can't remember. Mike, you got me all nervous.
If I'm grumpy and you're not.
Yeah. There's lots of times when LT will be grumpy, but I don't have to let his grumpiness wear off on my happiness. I can still be happy and not feel guilty about it, because he can't make me grumpy and I can't make him happy. But maybe, just maybe, my happiness will rub off, or he'll come around. Usually he just needs a sandwich.
Yeah.
So Mike, is your husband hungry?
Is he
tired?
Hungry?
What is it? Halt?
Hungry, angry, lonely, or tired?
Is he any of those things? Does he just need a hug maybe? Sometimes a hug can turn your whole mood around.
Okay, I'm putting the Zoom meeting in the comments right now. Huge link. It's going to take up everything. But the link I just shared right now is
dang.
What is it? Is it splitting it up on YouTube? YouTube's so dumb.
Because your thing only does like certain
Let me chop it up.
amount of stuff at a time.
I'm so sorry, you guys.
See, give him a hug, Mike. Sometimes a forceful hug is okay. Eventually they soften up and give in.
Just give me the link. That's all I want. There it is.
Pizza. I bet he's in a better mood now. That sounds delicious. I was contemplating ordering pizza today. See, he was just hungry.
Okay, that link that I just shared is the Zoom meeting for tomorrow.
Ooh, what kind of pizza was it?
That's awesome. He was hangry.
He was just hangry.
You guys got your inventory sheets ready? We can at least take our inventory tonight for sure, since we skipped it yesterday.
I have no idea what I
hug them from a distance.
They'll fight for a second, but they'll give in. They'll soften up. Ooh, I don't know. Command Z. Command C.
So on the daily, we like to take our inventory. So if you want to be prepared to take a screenshot. Nope, not that one. That's what we talked about yesterday. Where'd I put it? Did I delete? Oh, there it is. Take a screenshot of this. This is what I use to take my inventory. If you look on the far left, you'll see character defects, and on the far right, you see character assets. And you score yourself by 1, 2, or 3 for mild, moderate, or severe. And then you use a 0, which means that you didn't practice your defect. You practice the asset instead. So we're going to go through each one of these 17 real quick. Talk about and just think about your day today, all the way from when you woke up till you went to bed. I'm going to put it up here one more time. So take a screenshot and save it for later. 3, 2, 1, screenshot. And then 3, 2, 1, hit the like button. Ready? 3, 2, 1, like. There you go.
Boom.
Sweet. Thank you.
What is up, everybody?
And Linky's in the house. What's up, Rob? Rob's Road to Recovery.
I'm gonna link spam you guys.
Hey, that's a new face in town. Have you been here before, brother? Rob's Road to Recovery. I like that. That's a good name.
Rob.
You got a channel? What's up with you, brother? Let us know in the comments.
You know somebody. Who do you know?
It looks like Sky and Merc.
Lucky.
I got a quote.
You got a quote?
I got a quote.
Lanky's got a quote.
The purpose to our lives is to be happy.
I just want to be happy. Don't you want to be happy?
Hey, we just talked about being happy.
Don't worry.
I guess sometimes you can make somebody happy with a pepperoni pizza.
Yep.
Maybe that's what your friend needs, Kat. Just kidding. She probably don't want a pepperoni pizza. Hi, Holly. No, sir. I'm new.
Awesome.
Glad you're here.
Yeah, we're definitely glad you're here. So, Rob, I'll let you know a little bit about me and anybody else in the comments that don't know.
Quote from?
Back in the early 2000s, I was a tweaker. Committed a second-degree felony. Almost went to prison for 15 years, but I was locked up for about a year. And then I was on probation for a few years. And obviously stayed clean and sober, and that scared me away from doing meth. And I was a horrible crime-committing meth addict. And then in my late 30s, I became a raging alcoholic from 33 to 40, to the point where I was drinking fifths a night and gallons on the weekend and had to check myself into detox. And then I spent 5 months in an IOP and took my hobby of video and all that kind of stuff to the recovery table. And we created this channel. And now we've been going live every night at 8 o'clock to help the still suffering addict, to help addicts who are in recovery with just minimal time and years. Either way, we're trying to educate whatever I learned by reading the books that we go through. And then I come on here and we talk about it. Relapse prevention. You did the 12 steps. You're working AA programs, but now what? Because it's a lifelong process and we got to continually to do it.
And we recover better together.
Hopeless to hopeful. I love it.
Nice. There's his link, folks.
And a hug.
Yes, a hug. Pizza and a hug. It's all you need in life.
Happiness. What are we willing to do to be happy? Are we willing to quit a job that pays us $30,000 a year less to be happy? Are we willing to quit driving an expensive car payment down to a paid for 92 Honda to be happy? Do we put our life in perspective and how long we actually live on this earth? And are we willing to do what it takes to be happy?
What is happiness? I'm going to read the definition.
Do we spend money on gas to go to the alcohol and drugstore?
Wow.
To make our family miserable. Just kidding.
That felt good.
Happy. Feeling or showing pleasure or
Thank
contentment. Fortunate and convenient.
Hey, Rob, do you know how much money is enough money?
Contentment. I think that's the key to happiness right there, is being content.
Of course it is. I would definitely take a pay cut to be fulfilled in my job. Me too. And I've come to since I've hit recovery, since I quit drinking 8 months ago, and this is just everything I've learned in my life finally coming to a head and seeing what's important and what's not important. And maybe I'm 40 and I'm in a midlife crisis too, but I look around and I see these vehicles, these people are, and it just reminds me of the character defect. Oh yeah, we were going to do that, weren't we? False pride. They're like, look at the car I just bought. And I'm like, no, look at the payment you just got yourself roped into. And it's just great. You can make a monthly payment to drive that car that costs money. I mean, I don't know. This is my personal thoughts. However you live is your life. But what do we really need to make us happy? We just need to eat and stay fed and warm in the winter and cool in the summer, and family connection and honesty and helping you. I don't know. Nothing else matters to me like jet boats and airplane rides. None of that stuff is important to me at all anymore.
If you think about it, a lot of those people that have all those things are not happy because they're never content. That's why they just keep buying more and more and more and more and more.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to fill a void. He's going to quit his job and make less, but most likely stay sober in that environment. That's good. That's taking your risk. That's doing whatever you got to do to stay sober. How many people are ready to do whatever it takes to stay sober if it means quitting a career? Good job, Rob. That's powerful, actually. So the answer to how much money is enough money is just a little more. Just a little more. Well, I got 10 million in the bank. I could use just a little more. It doesn't matter if you have $10, just a little more.
Ooh.
I quit.
Speaking of money, when I turn 8, since I got my head crushed, when I turn
What did Alicia say? I quit a high-paying job to be happy. It was the best decision ever, and now I make more money. Oh, really? That's awesome.
It worked out.
Kicked you into a better career. I'm happy for the little things. Me too.
I love the little things too, like LT's SpongeBob t-shirt.
At the end of the last night's show, you read something out of the book that was awesome. If you know what I'm talking about, can you read it? Was that, Jennifer, was that when we were talking about forgiveness?
Or
can you remind me? Because I usually read from multiple sources. Kind of just give me an idea of what the topic was, and I should be able to dig it up. I'll start looking now because I think I know what you're talking about.
What do you hear the fireworks?
I do hear fireworks.
Oh, man, I put a comment in the link yesterday too for the article that we were reading.
Or was it in the steps we took at the end?
Know. Hopefully she gives me an idea.
Or the very, very last thing. She said, I don't know, but it was kind of at the end. Does that help?
I think at the end is when I... What was yesterday at 7? About 8 o'clock?
Yeah, it's probably the forgiveness stuff. So you're telling me you can invite me on your TV show, LT?
Who said that?
Yes. Come on. Aubrey.
Yeah, Aubrey, if you want to jump on here, you let me know, and I'll put a link in the comment. Anybody wants to know, let me know. Or anybody wants to jump on, let me know. Step 4, prayer, Kindle track.
Mark thinks it's from the steps we took. Insanity is inability to see the truth. Very true, PD. Is that what you're talking about, Jennifer? I'm shy. Psh, sure are chatty in the comments. Come be chatty in real life.
Does Aubrey want to come on the show?
I think he does.
Aubrey.
I think I found. Yep, here it is. So I think what you're talking about.
She said, I think it's from the steps we took. Maybe.
Well, the last thing I read was about resentment. So I can read the last 2 paragraphs and see if this was it. But I have a feeling it was this.
This probably was. Okay, let's try it.
Okay, give me 2 seconds, brother.
Way to be confident with you, Aubrey.
It says, but we need to keep this in mind. So what we are doing here is not getting totally rid of any of the resentments or fears harms due to us, right? It was talking about good resentment and bad resentment at this point. We are going to adjust our resentments and we're going to prioritize them. We're going to put things and these feelings in their proper places because there are some There are sometimes useful to us when we use them properly, but we need to keep this in mind. As long as we are mentally replaying the resentments or the fears of guilt feelings from harms done to others, we are turning our lives over to them and allowing others to dominate us. And that's what I was talking about, the decision we make to turn our will and our lives over to God, but we continue to play and replay resentments and stuff in our mind. We're turning our will and our power over to the person that hurt us.
She said yes.
Is that it?
Yes. Keep going.
It says the work we do in step 4 enables us to begin to know and understand ourselves. The inventory is part of a study, a lifetime study of ourselves. When we know ourselves, we know where we are going and what we stand for and how we are going to be. Then if somebody says something like that we don't like, something that might have hurt our feelings before, it won't hurt us now. Because we know ourselves and we are not as vulnerable as we used to be. By replaying, and that's what we do when we get into our resentments, we think about the trauma, the pain, and all that stuff caused that somebody else caused us, and then that's them still continuing power over us. And that's not a good place to be. And that is forgiven. You got to forgive. Okay, Aubrey. Boom. Here you go. I can have up to 6 people in this chat. So if you guys want to have more than one,
Michael.
we can have more than one. So if multiple people click it, we could have a whole bunch of people on here having conversations all at one time.
You scratch my back right there. Harder.
What's up, Misha?
Misha.
Something else to add. Forgive others because God.
I love
you
Misha.
First. That's right. Damn the cross.
I decided Misha is my sponsor.
Misha.
Michael. Look,
Hey, Polly,
we're
jump
ready.
on here too with us, brother.
We're ready.
We could have like a 6-person Zoom meeting right now, but it'll be just us 6, but we'll be going live.
Waiting. Misha, love you. That's my girl.
That's funny.
See, she'll sponsor me. She keeps me in shape.
Michael says, nope, you're lucky to get me on Zoom.
We got a couple people.
Oh my goodness, we got Polly Pinch in the house and Aubrey. Let's welcome them to the show. Boom.
Oh my God, help me.
Hold on, there we go.
Polly, how's it going, man?
What's going on, guys?
All right.
The show's yours. Polly, you got shaved up. Look at that baby face.
I shaved it. I got my soul patch. I'm a soul patch. Din-din-din.
Nice to see you face to face.
Figured I hop on, say hello real quick. And what is your name, young man? Are you Aubrey? Who are you? What's your name? You're Aubrey?
Yes, I am. Aubrey, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay,
we can hear
I
you.
can hear you.
My name is Aubrey. I'm an Elkie.
Oh, someone else
Yes,
is coming
I am.
in.
Let me get the banners
Gotcha.
on so we can see you too.
There's a delay
Hi.
in it.
Bye.
Yeah, ignore the delay. We can hear you real good.
So Aubrey,
Let me
watch
see
the chat we're having, not the video.
Okay.
So we got Sky, we got Polly, and we got Aubrey in the house. Hey, Sky disappeared. Hey, you looked beautiful, Sky. We already saw you.
It's
I
beautiful.
thought I had that off. No, we got Polly. I look like Nick Nolte's mugshot.
Yeah, Aubrey, you gotta mute your laptop.
Yeah, I'm actually there.
Or is, that's
Hold
Aubrey.
on. Yeah, I'm actually there.
Or is that Sky?
Okay.
Oh, it might have been Sky. Somebody's got their stuff zooming
I'm
around.
only on my phone and it was muted.
Oh, you're good then. Hey, show us your pretty face. We already seen it.
And you're beautiful.
Or just chit chat. You're good. I will put the comments up on the screen and you guys can answer those.
Oh, I need my glasses.
Yeah, check, Rob.
I've got a question for you all.
Okay.
So I'm getting ready for my next detox. Like I relapsed a week ago. I think it's going on 2 weeks now. They're not even working. Like I'm not high right now. I took my last pill at 3:00. But I work full time and I'm trying to get some time off to do this. But I'm considering outpatient just for some accountability. Do you know what's going on with that, with the quarantine right now? Like, are they doing them online? Does anyone know?
My personal program is all online. I know we can go there, but there's pretty strict rules to like the way you wash up before you go in and the masks you have to wear and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure. Where are you living at?
I'm in Connecticut.
Connecticut? Yeah, I would call down to that. Just call and ask around and see what they're doing and see how they are supporting people face to face.
It's pretty strict here because we're so close to New York.
Oh, yeah.
But as long as it's consistent and they require urine, that will keep me more accountable. I had 28 days. I really want to get past that and as easy as possible. And that would keep me accountable.
Right.
Having to check in all the time.
Well, Sky, if you want, that we do this live every night at 8:00. And I know urinalysis is completely different than just telling on yourself. But if you want to jump on here, just like we offered Holly when she was going through her thing, jump on here at 8:30 and give us a 10 minute little cap of how you're doing, what you're struggling with. And then our Zoom meetings, obviously.
Yeah, I will. Definitely. I mean, I'm 2 hours ahead of you, but it's not too late. I mean, sometimes I fall asleep, but if I plan ahead, yeah, I would love to do that.
Okay. And then just know there's no easy way out. It's hard.
I know.
I hear voices everywhere.
I feel like when you have all of this support, it makes it easier.
Absolutely, it does.
But I know there are no shortcuts.
What do you think, Aubrey?
It felt like the good old days when I used to wake up, hear voices in my head.
He used to wake up saying, like, was I a jerk last night?
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Polly? What do you think about what Sky said?
Well, I guess in the beginning it was echoing, but that was my own fault because I had YouTube open. But I heard Sky say that she's close to New York. I heard that. But, I mean, if you're close to New York, I mean, New York is a gigantic city. I'm sure you can find something there.
Re-ask your question, Sky, so Polly can hear you.
Oh, I was asking about outpatient. Is it all online these days? And LT seems to think, yes, probably with me being so close to New York, that they're going to all be online, which is fine.
Who are the ladies talking?
I'm looking for that accountability. But as long as I commit myself, so
yeah.
When I quit last time, I had them in my house. So obviously I was not 100% committed, or else I wouldn't have had pills in my house sitting there waiting for me.
Right.
So that's going to be different now.
So when go ahead, Polly. Sorry.
Go. No, I was just going to say, Sky, it's New York City. You can, I'm pretty sure you can find an IOP in New York City that will accommodate your needs or whatever.
Yeah.
It's New York City. You can probably.
I'm in Connecticut. I'm in Connecticut. I just said I'm close to New York, so the quarantine is strict because I'm so close to New York, but not that close. I can find one in driving distance in my own town for sure.
Yeah, New York is shut down.
Yeah, I could find one around here, but it doesn't matter if they're online, So.
So what I would suggest is if you can't find an IOP or something like that, but take a step, go through your house, and this is what they had us do. Throw away anything. He had us get rid of beer steins, shot glasses, wine glasses. If you don't want to throw them away, give them away to somebody and get them back later. Get rid of your mouthwash. Get rid of anything in your cupboard that's mind altering. Like if you're taking Claritin D, the D's, get rid of those. Get rid of anything in your house that's mind altering. Only Advil and water and soda. And definitely do not. And that's called closing your back doors. You left your back door wide open by keeping what you had with you.
I know. That's my only weakness is pills. Alcohol doesn't bother me at all. It never has. I don't crave it. I have a roommate, and I mean, he wouldn't care if there wasn't alcohol in the house. Sometimes he buys wine at the winery. I've never ever relapsed on alcohol, but the pills, yes, they've got to go.
My IOP, my counselor always told me alcohol may not be your go-to drug, but anything will do in a pinch.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
I hear you. I've been doing this for 17 years, so I wouldn't put myself at risk. If I was craving that bad, I would go get pills.
Right.
The problem is, I got them from the doctor. It was very easy. So he's got to know that I'm an addict. I told my primary physician. Now I have to tell the pain management doctor. Yeah,
that's another thing you got. That's closing your back doors. If your doctor doesn't know, that's another sneaky way our addicts will try to get us some pills. And so I would go, and I have friends in my IOP who were addicted to pills, and they would go tell their pain management and they tell them they're addicts. They do nothing, but you have to tell them you're allergic to it. And if you tell them I'm allergic to those, they'll kill me. Then they'll put it in there and they won't give them to you. So you have to tell them you have an allergy, because we're addicts. We have an allergy.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? So the addiction can kill you, but they'll still prescribe them.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Alcohol is a wet drug, David. You're right.
I think it's the most dangerous, to be honest, because it's on every corner.
Jennifer thinks maybe you ought to try some maintenance medication like methadone or Suboxone. What do you think about that?
I've definitely considered it. I've relapsed so many times that I do need some stability. I'm not against it at all. I'm afraid that I had a bad experience with it one time, but it was one day, and I learned that you're supposed to give it a few days to get stable in your system.
I'm thinking about starting a Zoom meeting.
It's definitely an option. I have a consult appointment in early June. But by then, I'm going to be off of Percocet for over a week. So, I don't know, but it's definitely an option.
Can you hear what we're talking about, Aubrey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and tell Sky what you were just going to say. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, it's all right. No. Yes, I was just saying, Aubrey, maintenance med is definitely an option for me, and I do have a consult appointment on June 4th.
Oh, cool. Hey, go ahead, Aubrey. Tell Sky what your plan was about Zoom. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
I'm looking in a couple of weeks. Yes, I can hear all of you. And in a couple of weeks, I was thinking about getting a Zoom meeting going.
Tell us about it.
Well, I don't think he can hear us.
I can't concentrate, man, with everything going on around me.
You've got two windows open or something. You need to close out the one window and just focus on the window and the link that I don't know. I don't know what you're looking at. I'm going to mute you real quick and let you figure that out. Polly, what do you think?
What do I think what Sky should do with methadone and Suboxone?
The consult for Suboxone, sorry, just to let you know.
Did you ever hear of Freedom?
Oh, yeah.
Or
yes, I have.
No, you heard of Kratom. So is that legal in your state? Can you purchase that at a head shop in Connecticut?
Yes, I
Well,
have. The last time I quit Percocet was for several months, and I did take Kratom, and it helped. It helps a lot. It helps the cravings a lot. It's just you have to. They're big pills, so I don't really like swallowing all those pills. But
you can just go online too and find it online. But I mean, you just said it, Sky. You just said you went 28 days. So if you're capable of going 28 days, I'm assuming, and you know this for a fact that you proved it to yourself. You can go 28 days. You can go 28 days again. I just think. Are you willing? Do you want to do that? Do you want to go see a Suboxone doctor or get on methadone?
I don't want to go on methadone. I don't want to go on methadone because you have to go every single day, and Suboxone is once a month. So the consult is with a Suboxone doctor, and ideally, I would like to do it without anything. But the question is, it's really for harm reduction. So I don't know. I haven't really made it my decision 100% yet, but the appointment is made, so I'll go listen to what he has to say, and I might try it. I don't know. If I try it and I can't take it for some reason or another, not everyone can. Then I know that then I can't, and then I have to go to Plan B, which is nothing. So we'll see. I'm all over the place.
Sky, how long you been clean right now?
I'm not. I took my last pill at 3:00 today.
Oh, okay.
That's the latest one.
I would suggest, there's two people that I've talked to about this, and one of them actually came clean off of using Suboxone, and it worked for her because she was a high relapse potential, right? And then there's another girl, Diana, and I have them both. If you go into my videos, you can see both of their stories. And she quit cold turkey. And she went in the basement and used a bucket to go to the bathroom in and suffered through it.
Oh, I think I've talked to her on one of the Zooms.
Yep, that's her. And she thinks it's best to just, in her opinion, for what she did, just get over it. Because with Suboxone, which can help you, it can save you, and if you need to, use it. But you have to come off of Suboxone eventually as well. And it's just legal heroin from what the research that I've read on it. And it's doctor prescribed, and a doctor can help you with that. And so
just legal
it's definitely saved lives. For me, I've had this bottle of pills in my house the whole time, and I filled it and then I quit a week later. So in my addicted brain, I'm dragging, I'm making them last. So I started taking 6 a day, which is, I've never taken 6 a day in my whole addiction until this relapse.
Right.
And so then I lowered it to 4 a day for a couple days. And then today I took more. So I have to just get rid of them, but I cannot throw them out. I just can't. I can't. I'm going to finish them and not get a refill, but that's the best I could do.
Right. It's tough.
They're, like I said, I'm not getting high, and that's probably because I don't want to be doing this anymore. So there's guilt in there somehow too. They make me emotional and temperamental, and I'm still taking them. So it's just all crazy. It's insanity,
Right.
It's all mental at this point.
So we got Aubrey and Raccoon. Aubrey, give me a thumbs up if you got your stuff working good. And then Raccoon, you got to shut the TV off if you want to talk, because there's a huge delay. Okay, Aubrey, you've muted yourself. There you go. All right, brother. Talk to us. What's going on with you?
Okay. No delay. Awesome. Okay, cool. Now, what's going on here is that in the last couple of years, I started a big book study called the 164 program. The first 164 group. Excuse my nervousness. I was thinking in a couple of weeks, I'd like to start a big book study on Zoom by using Joe and Charlie workbook. And I have an MP3 that goes with it. And then we can sit back and listen and read along through the Zoom meeting. And then after it's done, then we'll discuss about it. I think the meeting will go for about an hour. And I'm in Australia. And be around, probably I have to talk to a friend of mine about it. And we're going to see what time we can do it. And we're looking at about 10 o'clock in the morning in Australian time before this meeting comes on at 12 o'clock our time.
Awesome. So Aubrey's going to start a Zoom meeting with a book study from Joe McHugh and Charlie, right?
Yes.
Let me talk to this raccoon guy real quick.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Hello. Hey, this is Acre Hearts from Arizona, and we just want to
sweet.
guys every night, and you guys are awesome.
Hey, Raccoon.
Thank you for Thank you for keeping us positive and all your stories keep us keeping on, you know. And
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good job.
Right there.
8 months, 10 days. Yes.
From Flagstaff, Arizona. Yeah.
Flagstaff.
I got multiple months clean, and it's cool. Yep, that's all we want to say. Rock
really
on.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for jumping on
I'll
and
do
giving
anything
us.
I want to do.
Doesn't look like there's much you wouldn't do, brother. All right, peace. Oh, that's positive.
That was awesome.
Aubrey, when is your Zoom meeting? What day?
Maybe on Wednesdays morning. 10
Okay.
o'clock.
Well, I work full time, so daytimes are hard. I do try to hop on them when I can, but it's really hard when I'm working all day to stay for the whole meeting. But I mean, I would definitely like to know when so I could try.
If you don't mind me asking, what state are you from?
Connecticut.
Okay. Go to Google. Google Connecticut time to Melbourne, Australia at 10 a.m. and see what time is it for you.
Oh, all right. 10 a.m. Australia time?
Yes. In Melbourne.
Okay.
In Melbourne.
Okay.
Hey, Sky, can you see Erin's comment right there? And I love what she said. She's a supporter of Matt. And as long as you live the life to go along with it, that's a very positive thing. And Merck said it's best to be medicated assisted treatment, not medication dependent treatment. And I've heard Merck say before that it's a crutch, not a wheelchair. And I totally agree with Merck's mindset behind the whole maintenance assisted treatment.
Definitely. Yeah. I know people that are both sides. So yes, I agree. Because
the goal is abstinence from alcohol and drugs. There's a point, and that's the thing about Suboxone. I understand there's high relapse potential in people, and I understand the severity of those people. And if they have to come on Suboxone, you're just switching to a legal form of heroin is all it is from the research that I've done. And to wean yourself off with it with a doctor and a counselor assisting you is a good thing, but there's still that time. There's going to be the one day, I don't care if you're down to 0.25 milligrams, you're going to have to go the next day without that 0.25. And that's where you have to have a program that you're going to have to work. And in the words of Sober James, and he's watching right now, you got to do the damn thing. And that's where your mindset and everything, I don't care if you're down to 1/8 of a milligram on Suboxone. The next day you'll have to be at 0. There's always that time where 0 is in the equation. And that's when it's going to get hard. I don't care how low your dosage is.
No, I understand. But people, it's not the same as heroin, because people that are on Suboxone live productive lives and they're not, on the street selling it's not the same. They, hardcore heroin addicts, they don't shower.
Right.
They can't carry it. It's definitely, yes, you are going to have some effects when you do stop it eventually, but it's not like apples to apples.
Right. No, I totally understand. In the words of Aaron, as long as you live the life to go along with it, and then
Right. You
chase
have
down
to
the
have
head.
a recovery program. You have to, or else, you end up abusing that.
So what's up, Polly? What's on your mind? You haven't been too talkative yet with your sweet little flavor saver.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening. Like, I'm just hanging out. I'm just hanging out. We using, just in taking it all. That's all. So,
how's your sobriety going? What you been doing? Your character, all that kind of good stuff. What's going on? Where's your head?
Well, I mean, well, I was reading the news earlier. I was reading the news earlier, and Philadelphia extended stay at home. So they're going to extend the stay at home, which means it's all still going to be shut down. I was talking to another guy, and he said New Jersey might be shut down until he said October, which I don't believe that, because June, July, August, the summer months, Jersey has a lot to offer with the Jersey Shores. There's boardwalks, carnivals, roller coasters, motels, everything. That casinos, that generates a lot of money, man. New Jersey generates a lot of money in this country. It really truly does with the Jersey Shore during the summer times, but I can't see that happening. So, I mean, it's different, man. It's really different. I went to 7-Eleven. I went to 7-Eleven to get coffee and cigarettes, and there's 5 people in there with the cashier. Everybody's got a mask on. I'm walking around without a mask. Everybody's looking at me like, which it's different, man. It's different. Things might not be the same for a while.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to be the same for a while. I agree.
Like social distancing and everything like that. So, but what Sky was saying with an IOP, like, how are you going to have an IOP if everything's shut down? You're not going to be able to have groups or anything. I mean, or even AA and A meetings. That's everything's shut down, man. It's getting to me. It's different. So,
yeah.
But I mean, what are you going to do? You just, we're human beings. We're adaptable people. We can adapt and adjust to mostly any circumstance, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm from the East Coast. If I were to come to Ogden, Utah, and didn't know anybody, I would be in a different world. But over the course of time, you would have to adapt and adjust to it. That's just ain't got a choice, So that's about it. So I'll turn it over to Scott. You start talking, Scott. I'll listen to you.
I notice that my character defects, when I go out and about, I start getting angry about the whole COVID, whole new wave. Like, you can't come in this facility unless you're wearing a mask. And oh man, dude, I was mad about it.
Well, I showed you what happened. I sent you a picture of it. I got a cheesesteak last night from this place, and it was, I don't know, 85% roll, 10% meat, and 5% cheese. And there was no meat on it whatsoever. It was horrible. I paid $9 for it. I feel like, maybe in the past I probably, well, no, I wouldn't have went there, but I just, how you get angry, but you learn from your mistakes. So next time I just won't order from there instead of, but whatever, it is what it is. Pissed me off. I wanted some meat on that cheesesteak, man. I wanted some meat on that roll, but you can't win them all.
Yeah.
You can't win them all. So, well, what's the point of getting angry? Ain't gonna prove nothing. You just learn from it. Don't do it again. And it just like life in general is just a learning process. It truly is.
Yeah.
Just
think the badge of honor we get to wear when we make it through this sober, and we stayed sober.
I actually chose to get sober because of the quarantine. I thought it was a great time to do it, because I didn't have to deal with the stress of going into the office every day when I felt like crap. And I was doing so well, but I blew it. So I found out this week I'm going to be working from home for probably through August. So it's not too late.
We're opening back up down here pretty good. Did you have something to say, Aubrey? I saw you like motion.
In Connecticut, Wednesday morning in Melbourne at 10 a.m. is 8 p.m. previous day in Connecticut. 8 p.m.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that when I get on Facebook and advertise or whatever we call it, I'll like to ask people what state or where they're from, and then I can work out the time for them. This going. I love
East Coast, New York. East Coast, New York.
You guys, we have somebody very special backstage. Pretty much more important for sure. More famous and better looking than Brad Pitt was Sober James.
Oh, it's got to be Sober James. It's got to be Sober James.
What the hell, man?
Look at that.
Hey, James.
Hey, James.
Hey, everybody. Stop introducing me like that, man.
True.
Hey, James, how are you?
I'm just an angry drunk. That's all I am.
Oh my God.
Past tense.
What's up, Aubrey?
Oh, it's pretty good, man.
Is that
Beautiful
Scott?
day outside. Raining.
Hey,
No
James.
snow.
Yep.
Hey, Sky.
Hello, James.
Hey, what's up, Polly? Soul Patch Polly. What's the deal again?
Yeah, man. How much better can it get? I think I'll see police, and now I get to see you.
How bad can things?
I can't answer anything.
Be if you got a soul patch like that, Polly.
I'm a soul patch, James. When I'm looking at your face, how could I be doing bad? I mean, Brad Pitt. I mean,
say what?
There's Brad Pitt, there's you. There's
Polly,
Brad Pitt, and then there's you. What's
Yo,
up?
I like Meet Joe Black. Everybody remember Meet Joe Black when he had the peanut butter?
That's a good show.
That was a great movie.
I was impressed with how well Brad Pitt did the Jamaican accent. I was like, whoa.
Hey, everything gonna be Irie, man. Everything gonna be Irie. I can't do it, but he does it. So,
Speaking of the Zoom tomorrow, LT, and you said this a few days ago, and the answer is yes. I will inform Tommy H of the Zoom meeting.
Oh, good. We want Tommy on for sure. Watch this.
Yeah.
I'll turn this into the Sober James channel. Bam.
hey, my name's James. I am a grateful recovering addict and alcoholic. I drank and used drugs for 20 years, and I've been recovering since 2016. I watch this channel, Recovering Addict, religiously, sometimes without any pants on. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Get me off the camera. I'm on camera way too much.
Oh, I love it. And look, we got my homie Mark. I've known who's got the echo on now. Now I'm gonna have to start muting everybody.
Hi, Mark.
But this
That's
guy here, I'm
Mark.
gonna pull him up on here. No, this is Mark.
Is that Merv?
Hey,
This is another Mark.
hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Do you have another phone playing or something?
Some kind of weird.
I think it is Mark. But anyway, that's Mark. I was we were Sellies in third level back in Weaver County, and then we were Sellies at the halfway house together, and then we've been friends ever since. I think
Mark in the dark. That's Dark Mark.
There you go. Can you guys hear me?
Going out for a walk.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, do you have the show playing on some other phone making noise in the background? Because that's what's causing the echo. And he froze. Oh, I'm going to pull him right up out of here. Show's yours, guys.
Cricket.
So y'all want to tell ghost stories?
Aubrey, do you have something to say? Let me unmute you.
Cool. 21 years is pretty good, man. That's really good. Yeah.
Good job.
I'm having a great time, man. Thank you for inviting me on here, man. It was pretty cool.
Thank you.
One day I'll share my story.
Okay.
Be cool.
And I'll tell you what the 12 steps have done to my life anyway. Hi, Merck. And it's awesome, man, to be so real alive. And took 16 years before I got into 23 years. So the 23 years in July, and without the steps, without the big book, I won't be here. I'll be dead. And I know that for a fact. That's how my first day of sobriety, man. Had a gun in my mouth. I was ready to blow my brains out. And then the phone rang. And it was Dave. And he was whimpering and crying. Aubrey, I need to talk to you. I said, what the hell are you? Which one of you Daves are you anyway? I knew 5. Well, he told me who he was. And then he ended up staying with me. And then he came up with the idea that we should go to AA, and I told him, I said, nah, that crap is, nah, I don't like it. And I tried it for 16 years, and it didn't work. So when I got into the meeting, I went to a new meeting. This guy by the name of Gary, he put his hand out to me. He said, are you ready? And I said, yeah, I'm ready. Because he was a big buck thumper, right? I didn't like him. And I didn't like nobody. And so he led me through the steps. And I took off like a racehorse, man. 52 pages of resentment, probably about 25 pages of fear, and probably about 2 pages of sexual conduct. I didn't have much of a sex life. I had a romance with my bottle, man, the bottle of whiskey and the bag of weed in the other, and a little bit of coke and all that stuff. That's all I needed. And today, by the grace of God and the big book and the 12 steps, and you guys, all of you, I'm glad that I found you guys 7 days ago, man. It's awesome to sit back and listen and watch and learning. You know, I'm still learning. And that thing here, I look at it every night. I'm still at 7. Are we up? Yeah. I still got 7 today. But when I had to go to 6 the other day, you remember that? LT?
I'm listening.
Remember I only had 6 on here?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I had 13.
It went up. Huh?
Anyways, it's so great to be here, to be alive and sober, and I'm happy. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Aubrey.
Thanks, Aubrey.
Good man.
Carl says, my husband and I got clean together, 34 years married. Meth was their best friend. Ugh, I was a meth addict. I can relate to that. Sober James, I saw his butt. There it is. I'll come up tomorrow. My phone is dead. No worries, brother.
Night, Petey.
Petey's going to bed. Mark said he tried.
Oh, I can unmute my mic. I thought I was being okay. No, I shut off my TV so I can keep. I was trying to say you can keep my mic unmuted now that I don't have any noise going on.
I
was sitting here talking. I was saying thank you, Aubrey.
Mark, he does wear pants. We knew it.
I was saying thank you, but my mic was muted.
Mark's talking to you.
Yeah, yeah. So how's everybody doing? Is it weird out here? Is it weird out here for Earthlings right now or what?
Definitely, it's weird.
Aubrey, you got, what'd you say, 23 years?
23.
Dude, that's amazing. Paulie, a couple days ago, had a freaking full-on beard.
Yeah, it was time to come off. I think I had it for about 3 weeks, and it just came off. So it actually it took me about 25 to 30 minutes to just shave it all off. So,
dude, I told you got to shave your neck. I was looking at this guy's beard yesterday or the day before, and it looked like he had a sweater, a turtleneck going down his. Like all you had to do was shave your neck, and it would have been awesome. But it looked like he had a turtleneck going all the way down his neck.
He probably just shaved it off about an hour ago, and look at his 5 o'clock shadow already.
Yeah, I shaved yesterday. I'm like, I'm Italian, man. I can't help it. It's the way God made me. I mean, being this good looking, I don't know if it's a curse or a blessing. It's not my fault. God made me. It's like you said earlier, we can't change our color. We can't change our nationality. Don't blame me. Blame the Creator. So, what are you going to do? You know what I mean? So here I am.
Get out of here.
Here I am.
What you talking about?
Here I stand.
What you talking about? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, dude, that picture you sent me of that Philly cheesesteak, I would have been pissed. I didn't order a piece of bread and half an ounce of meat.
Well, there's an old saying: stick with what you know.
Yeah, that's what I always do.
Stick with what you know. Stick with what you know. So that's that. Right, Sober James? Man, we had a little entertainment on your channel tonight, man. We had some great entertainment on there. I loved it.
Yeah, I got one of these Facebook flashbacks from it said 4 years ago, a memory from 4 years ago, one of my posts. It's just George Carlin says, everybody appreciates your honesty until you're honest with them, and then you're an asshole.
So true.
You know what I mean? And it came tonight, right after my toxic ass live stream, where people are like, well, I don't know, where sometimes, the truth hurts. What are you going to do? The truth for me, the truth was, I'm a drug addict. I'm a drug addict. I'm a drunk, and I can't be comfortable without it. I have to do character over comfort, or I'm not going to live. I'm either going to be in prison and miserable or die from drugs and alcohol. So I had to go through a stage. And then Aaron, who posted, was it Megan or somebody posted on my Facebook, whatever it takes page. Actually somebody posted, Paulie, I said this last night, we were talking about this, and then somebody posted it on the page today. You have to get out of your comfort zone in order to get to a comfort zone. You have to be uncomfortable in order to get true comfort. You have to be uncomfortable for a certain amount of time. And when people are talking about Suboxone, like, all right, I haven't ever taken Suboxone. The methadone has sent me to the hospital and almost killed my ass. And I've come off of all kinds of drugs. And, I want to be comfortable. When I'm quitting nicotine, I want to be comfortable, and I want to vape nicotine, and I want to eat nicotine lozenges, but I have to go through at least about 3 days of just, I have to muscle through it. Yeah. That's what you have to do.
Yep.
Character above comfort. I'm uncomfortable. I'm restless. I'm irritable, and I'm discontent. It's for a greater cause. And this, heroin withdrawal, it's unbelievable, but it's not going to kill you. Heroin withdrawal scientifically is not going to kill you.
Right.
It's going to be horrible. It's going to be horrible. That's why you go to detox. They'll give you medically. You go to detox. It's character above comfort. And you know what? People can say, James, you weren't on heroin, so you don't understand, and you haven't been on Suboxone, but you don't understand. I understand. Trust me, I understand. When you want to quit something, when you need to quit something in your life, you have to go through some uncomfortability. You just have to. And, that's the deal. And I had a sponsee that he disappeared. He's probably dead, but he wouldn't get off the Suboxone. And I kind of lightened up on him, and I'm like, you guys know my view. My view is to quit drinking or to quit using drugs, you got to quit using drugs.
Yeah, you do.
And that was what I came to him with. And he was on Suboxone for 2 years, and he disappeared. And the last I heard from him, he had lost his car and asked somebody from my home group to go pick him up. And he said he was nodding off and shit. And I got a sister that's dying. She's straight dying. She's somewhere in Manhattan, but she's the Walking Dead, and she insists on methadone and Suboxone and all that. But let me just tell you, Big Pharma wants you. Big Pharma designed this shit for you to need it. You don't need it. We don't need any of this shit. But then
you know what? Real quick, how you said that Big Pharma. You know what? Truthfully, Americans love to take a pill for anything. Like, oh, I have erectile dysfunction. Oh, we got a pill for that. I have restless leg. Oh, we got a pill for that. I'm depressed. Oh, we got a pill for that. I'm moody. We got a pill for that. I'm hungry. I have no appetite. We got a pill for that. And they glorify it all throughout commercials and billboards and this and that and this, whatever the case may be. And I really truly believe that it's kind of like this. I really truly believe that Americans are somewhat brainwashed by pharmaceuticals. Like if someone says, hey doc, I'm really depressed. Oh, okay, you're depressed. Well, look, I'm going to put you on Prozac, and you won't be that depressed anymore. Hey doc, I have anxiety. Oh, we have a pill for that too. Like it's I think we're just so prone to it because it's just thrown in our faces so much since the beginning of wherever commercials were invented or billboards, wherever the case may be. It's all thrown into our faces, and it's big business, man. It's big business, So
the Pusher Man. You're a classic rock fan. You know about the song "The Pusher Man."
Pusher Man is by. Hold on.
He goes. Well, I smoked a lot of grass. Hey, I popped a lot of pills. But then he goes,
I got coke.
But I never did nothing that my spirit couldn't kill, or something like that. And then he's talking about, I see people walking around with the dead looks in their eyes. And he's talking about the Pusher Man. The Pusher Man is media, Big Pharma, Pusher Man. Pusher Man wants us to be addicted to Suboxone. Pusher Man wants us to be addicted to heroin. Whatever Pusher Man's pushing, he wants you on it. And the Pusher Man don't give a damn whether you live or if you die. That's what he says.
It's true.
That's a good song. And media, everything you said about billboards and TV, the media wants us to, and we, of course, we fall for it because it's easy. Addicts live in the pleasure reward center of the brain, and Facebook and Victoria's Secret and Big Pharma and all of big corporations, they all want us to buy what they're pushing. And we want to be instantly everything, instantly this, instantly that. And even non-addicts are suffering from it, but addicts especially live in the pleasure reward center of the brain. And and they're like, you know what? These addicts like to take a pill and fix everything. Let's make a pill to fix their addiction. Antabuse or naltrexone or whatever it is, and Suboxone and methadone, and we're just going to make more stuff to sell them.
Yep.
Because we want to take a pill. If sobriety came in a pill, I would have crushed it up and snorted it by now.
Yep, me too. At the end of the day, go ahead, Aubrey. Go ahead.
I went to the doctor about 10 years ago, maybe, and I asked him a question. And what I asked is, do you know the difference between a drug dealer and a doctor? He goes, no, I don't know. I said, the doctor is legal. He didn't like that.
I'm sorry, man. You were cutting in and out. I didn't get the punchline.
Yeah.
I said, what's the difference between a drug dealer and a doctor? He goes, I don't know.
Huh.
And I said, the doctor is legal.
Right.
Yeah. And he He didn't like that too much. And he asked me if I was registered last year. I said, no. I said, I already got a bill for that. And he goes, what's that? And I said, 10, 11, and 12. He said, what are those? I said, well, if you want, I said, we could get together and I could beat you. My whole life, I'm a SHIT stir, and I like to get things going. And when people ask me for advice, there are some people that are afraid to ask me. And I had a sponsor call me about a month ago, and he asked me, Aubrey, I'm in love. I said, no, you're not. He said, what do you mean? I said, you know why. Come on. I said, you're single. You're lonely. Yeah, I got you, Aubrey. I said, now get off the phone and read page 76 on the big book. He said, what's that? I said, go find out because I don't know. Just go read it. And next thing you know, the next day, he said, okay, Aubrey, you're right. I said, yeah, stay away from that shit. I said, you're only 6 months sober, man. I said, you got a whole life ahead of you. He's 23 years old, and he's on fire. And he's helping other people already, doing the stuff with them, you know? And it's awesome. But that's the greatest thing that I get a kick out of sobriety is watching someone crawl into the room, and 6 days, 6 months later, they're on fire. I love it. That's my fun in sobriety. Watch dead come alive. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I hear you.
I hear that too, brother.
I got you.
I noticed that joy in people that were watching me. My whole home group has seen me come from like, I picked up a white chip and would like broke down in tears, you know, and they've seen me in some desperate situations over the course of like 7 years. And there's people I see straight like awe and joy, and my sponsor especially, in their eyes, because they've seen me just I drag my ass back into the rooms no matter what. And they saw me come from like just the Walking Dead. And now, you know, 7 years, over the course of 7 years, they've seen a transformation. So I know exactly what you're talking about from like me watching their eyes, you know, looking at me transform. And now these days I watch, you know, the unfortunate truth is that, you know, they're few and far between, the ones that stick around and the ones that make it. I mean, it's difficult because it's so easy. It's so easy to go back to that easy instant gratification. It's character above comfort. That's like, I just keep saying that. And that's what gets me through. I just recently, I was still struggling with nicotine, and any given moment I can just go to the store and get a vape, a disposable vape. They make it so easy, you know. I mean, a lot of times the thing that's in between me and, let's just say, heroin is that I don't want to buy the kit. I don't want to buy all the syringes. I don't want to do all that. That's what's in between. And I've kept that barrier. The barrier with nicotine was, I get rid of cigarettes and I'm off of cigarettes. But now it's like I'm getting gas and they got this little device and a little cartridge. You can just put it in there.
He said violation.
Yeah, it's way too easy. Now it smells good, tastes good, and now the kids love it. We have we had a Nest camera in our house, and I was out doing yard work, and I came in the house and I noticed on my vape, if you notice, it'll like turn the lights will turn on, and I walked in and the lights were on it, and I was like, what the hell? Somebody just hit my vape. So I go, and so I've been more cautious lately or since then, but I go into my camera and I go rewind it, and there's my daughter. She jumps up there and grabs it. And busted her doing it. And
Millie? Is it Millie?
Millie.
Damn, she knows better than that.
Yeah, she does. But she's the one. She gut punched.
I learned it from watching you, Dad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember those commercials?
Yeah.
It'll make you feel good. I remember that one. This is your brain with the eggs and shit. I remember Nancy Reagan in the 80s.
Just say no. I remember the McGruff. I remember McGruff, the crime dog. Just say no.
I remember McGruff. Yeah.
And
We
that
had
was
the DARE program in school, 6th grade.
Yo, it's simple.
Officer
It is really as simple as that. Just say no. It is simple. It's not easy. It's a simple solution for a complicated problem, but it really is a simple solution. I have to just say no when I get a moment of weakness and want to go for my nicotine. I have to just say no when, just say no is like way beyond played out and nobody listens to it anymore. But to be honest, it's a very simple solution for a very complex problem. And so is a lot of AA, NA, they have simple solutions for complex people.
Yep.
Just don't drink, go to meetings, read the big book, listen to your sponsor. If you did those 4 things and just concentrated on if you pick 2 things, I literally picked keep coming back no matter what. That's what I picked. And it was my mantra for like over the course of almost a decade. Keep coming back no matter what. And people that I honestly can't believe that some people think, I forget who it was, but they said, I'm afraid to go back to AA because I feel like they're just going to reject me because I'm a failure and I relapsed. And that is absolutely, positively the opposite of AA. They will love you until you love yourself. AA isn't this big world organization in the sky. A lot of people just picture it as this place you go and there's people at a desk and but it's not. It's us. It's literally like us 5 people right here sitting in a room, and some of us have more sobriety than others, and some of us are just coming off the street. That's what AA is. It's us. Yep. It's us. It's not like an authority having jurisdiction behind a desk or something. It's not like a rehab. People are like, I don't want to go to AA. I don't even know where the building is. I'm like, it's not a building. Look, it's you could literally probably walk to it. People just don't know. And that's out of fear. I mean, that's out of fear. When you know you don't want to do something, you create a barrier of ignorance that separates you from knowing about it. And I know because I've done the same thing.
Yeah, I remember the first time the group consciousness clicked with me. Just the community of what it is and the non-judgmental part of it. Like you said, if you relapse and if you just keep having to drag yourself back in there, the love, because we all had to do it. We've all had to drag ourselves back in there multiple times.
Yeah. That's what got me is I felt pathetic. I have been pathetic. I've been pathetic. I've been, a scumbag and I'll catch an old timer looking at me like, you remind me of myself, and this guy's got 20 years of sobriety and he's just like, just keep coming back, brother James, just keep coming back. I'm telling you, I did the same thing, and he'll tell me some crazy ass story. And then, you meet his, family and children and you're just like, this guy was just like me. My sponsor is the most gentle, man. And he's blind in one eye and has a neck injury because he put his head through the wall in Colorado. These people have stories, but they have found serenity and have a spiritual awakening and a paradigm shift. I think Aubrey wants to say something.
I think he's telling Sky good night.
I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to watch it on YouTube. I'm going to get out of here. So,
yeah, we're about done too. All right, Paulie.
All right. Well, I'm out of here too. Thanks for having me. This is cool.
Yeah, this is way cool. Thanks, James, for showing up.
Aubrey, thank you for sharing your experience, your 23 years of experience. Thank you, LT.
All right, brother.
Police, and y'all have a good night. I'm out of here.
Okay.
It's great meeting you, James. So there you go.
Hey, you sound a lot better now.
Oh, what's going on here? Now I'm not hearing the feedback coming back to my ears. That's why I was stopping and slowing down speaking, because I was hearing myself.
Really?
And I don't know what's going on. My wife is steam cleaning again. She's a cleaner, right? So I love her to death, man. I tell you, she's the greatest woman ever. And lots has changed over the years of my sobriety, and I watch a lot of things in people coming in and out of the program. I used to judge them too myself, but yet I was a hypocrite. You know why I was a hypocrite? Because I was in and out of the program for 16 years before I started. So when those people, I call it serial relapsers, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
I don't now today. I ask my power, my higher power, that sorry for being a hypocrite, God, but please help me to be more patient and more tolerant to these people, and help me to let go of my ego and everything else, because without you, I wouldn't be this many years sober. But I also realized that it doesn't matter how long you've been sober. It's what's in your sobriety. It's what's in mine.
Yep.
Mine is, pretty, it's all right. I'm no better than nobody else, and nobody else is better than me. And I love it. And the sobriety business, man, is great. And
yes, it is.
like a job that I work as a disability support worker. I work with people with autism, and I've been at it for about 7 years. And man, I tell you, learning about their behaviors, believe it or not, when they get ticked off, man, they start bashing you, all right? And when they cannot communicate because they're nonverbal, you learn. It's really weird, man. It helped me a great deal how to observe people, even in the program, outside of the program, and where I work. Observations of people's behaviors. I had a meeting last night with Zoom with our group in Melton, Australia, and there are people who are struggling with some things, and then we got talking about it, and then at the end of the meeting, we all felt good about it, and at the beginning, they didn't like me much because I had left AA, remember now, never said this, never told you this. I'd left AA for 14 years in those 23 years sober, but I still practiced the steps. The only thing I missed out of those 14 years was the fellowship. And then when this COVID-19 came along, we all have to stay home and everything else in Australia. I had to, I said, okay, I'm isolated anyway, so I'm usually work, eat, and sleep, and go to meetings. I'm not really going to miss it that much, but there's something that was bothering me. I'll isolate when I want to isolate. Nobody tells me what to do. When I got like that, I said, no. You go with it. You got to go by the laws of the land and everything else. But 23 years ago, it won't be none of the laws of the land, respecting cops, respecting everybody around me. But today I do. And life is good, man. I just, I have my days like everybody else, but it's how we handle it. There's one of the promises in the big book talk about that, we will intuitively know how to handle such situations that used to baffle us. Those situations that used to get me into trouble, or I got into trouble, or I don't know how to get myself out of the mess. First, I had to be honest with myself. I was brutal, and I'm still brutal. When someone asks me for advice or whatever, and I take them through the big book, the 12 steps, don't get it, I once in a while, I swear, and I said, look, hello, wake up. You keep doing this over and over and over, man. You love the attention. I say that, right? And then you just love the attention, man. That's why you do this. It's something that you're used to all your life with your family and all your friends, pity party and all that. I used to be the same way, all right? And I know because I've been through it all. I know that because attention seeking, self-seeking, selfishness, self-absorbed. So the other one, there's a word for those kind of people. I was one of them. Thinking of myself all the time.
Narcissistic.
Thank you. That's the word. Thank you. You got her. I had to let all that go. The only thing I learned, how I learned about humility for me? Do something for someone and not tell anyone about it.
Yeah.
And I learned that. And but I had that urge. I said, oh, I was the one who gave you that bottle of milk at your front porch. But you understand what I'm getting at?
I do. That's what I was talking about earlier.
Yes, that's right. That's right. You were. Humility comes when you do something for somebody and not telling on yourself.
It's hard, huh?
Hard. Oh, yeah. Now it's no big deals. People that, say they talk highly of me in a meeting and stuff like that. I used to sit there like, yeah, keep feeding my ego, man. Feels really, really good. Today is a different story. I would say, shut up. You know, leave me alone. Go away.
Yep.
And yeah. So whatever helps you, man, go do it.
I
And
listen.
go ahead, sir.
I was going to say, I listen to Gary Vee all the time. I don't know if you guys have heard of Gary Vaynerchuk, but he's a motivational speaker who's really good at marketing and all this kind of stuff. But he says that he tunes out the negative as well as the positive. He goes, if people are talking crap on me, I've learned to not listen to it. And if people are feeding my ego, I learned to not listen to that either, because both can be toxic to you.
Big time. Because next thing you know, your head's in the clouds, your feet are off the ground, and and all of a sudden, bang! How did I get here?
Yep. Good night, Aaron. Good night, Marilyn.
Good night, Aaron. Always be on alert, man.
Yeah.
Every minute of the day, man. I'm really for this, man, because I used to do this mentally before I go to sleep. I look at all those things. Was I selfish today? Was I self-centered today? Was I distant, self-seeking, or that? And I go through it all, and I say, yes. Do I owe an amends to someone today? Yeah, usually almost every couple of days. But I do. I go and make amends. And make amends is like, I'm sorry, it's not enough.
No.
Act the apology, man. Act.
Wow.
You know what I mean? I'm going to shut up, man, because I'm going to take up the whole damn day. So I just love it, okay?
Oh, and we love you too.
Now that I don't have to hear my voice, I really would like to get this going in a couple of weeks. And if all you people out there in TV land would be interested in Joe and Charlie big book study, then let's rock and roll. Give me a couple of weeks so I have to look through it all and making sure, you know, I don't want to screw people up or mislead them and all that kind of stuff. And I am confident that I could do it. So
I'm confident you can too. So everybody that just heard that, he's going to start a Zoom meeting through a book study. We'll keep it posted on the private Facebook group. He's actually a moderator in the private Facebook group, so he's got some control in there. And be watching for his links and all that kind of stuff to what he's doing.
Yep. I really wanted all of us to be here because I'd like to thank you two for having this every day. And let's all give them a support, people. And it's great to have you guys here. When I found you guys 7-8 days ago, man, I thought, oh, wow, this is cool, man. I like this stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And reading out of that, as soon as you read out of the Joe McQuaid book there, and then a little bit of the big book, a little bit of the steps, I know I talk a lot and all that stuff, right? But, you know, that is the program to me, man.
Yeah.
Learning how to, you know, like just going to meetings and talking, like, remember blah, 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 blah?
Yeah.
That's how I end my speech. I say blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay, moving. You know, that's why I say blah, blah, blah. Because, go ahead, sorry.
I'm with you on that one. I like the meetings. I love hearing the stories and everybody getting their little time to share. But I love the more intimate conversations, and that's kind of what my Zoom meeting's about. And then I love education in the books and learning and then practicing anything. I know everybody's program's different. We got to take Suboxone to get off of certain things. We got to take I took naltrexone I just found out I took it a lot longer than I did because my hormone replacement doctor had me on it. The guy that chewed my ass for drinking too much, he had me on it for a few weeks. So, I mean, maintenance medication is necessary for high potential relapse people. And there's no judgment, no nothing. Everybody's got to work their own program, but we all have to learn and just start tackling our minds.
Yeah, I'll tell you something that'll blow your socks off. I believe this today, that selfishly, I don't own this program that was freely given to me.
Yep.
I was given it to me by the Big Book, Fellowship, the 12 Steps. All these people on the right here on the comments, everything else. I look at it this way. If I got something to share that will help them, they own me. I have a responsibility now. I was given the gift of this beautiful gift. I got to give it away. Dr. Bob and Bill W. got together in 1935, and all they had was each other. And then 4 years later, the Big Book came out, 1939, right? When we got to that point in my life that I'm always responsible to help those. Talk about gratitude. I don't know where I heard it. I heard it from you guys probably. Then show me. If you're grateful, then show me. My father, God rest his soul, he died in 94. He was 12 years sober. He was a walking big book. And this guy was sitting in the room one night going, yeah, I'm so grateful. It's so beautiful and happy. The program is great and everything else. I used to stay with my father. When we drove home, he said, son, I want you to do me a favor. I said, what's that? Phone up that guy at 3 o'clock this morning, because you're always up anyway. He said, let's see how grateful he is. I said, okay. So I phoned him up, and boy, did he swear. He was mad. He hung up on me. Next meeting, my father said, next time you say you're grateful, you better be sure you are, because no matter what hour of the day, if someone reaches out for help, you better be ready for it. If you're going to preach it, you better tell people how, show them, guide them, whatever. And if you don't know the answer, don't answer it. Say, look, I don't know the answer. Be humble. Go ask LT. I believe he knows how to handle that kind of situation. I don't know. I'm sorry. Simple.
That is simple. That's a good point. That's going to stick with me for sure there.
Yeah.
Be grateful and show you're grateful. Because that's convicting to me too. Because I'm a grateful recovering addict, but then I go get in a situation and get all pissed off and throw a fit. It's like, really? Am I grateful? That was another test that you could have proved, to work a character asset, but you didn't.
Yeah, I know. It's something, isn't it, anybody? There's so many things out there, Hey, little one, how you doing? Good to see you.
She's got a Blue Jay shirt on.
Ooh. Yeah, I come from Canada, right?
Yep. It's funny. I can hear. But go ahead.
I've been here since 2002, man.
I can hear your Canadian accent, but then I can hear the Australian accent in the background kind of taking its way too.
And a little bit of Georgia, a little bit of Mississippi, a little bit of New Yorker, a little bit of Jersey, a little bit of that. I had all over there. And my father used to phone him back in the day. It was only pay phones. He said, son, you still alive? I said, yeah. He said, you're nuts. I love you, right? I said, yeah. He said, I got to go now. Bye-bye. Click. So I move on. I don't phone for another month or two. Then I tell him where I am. Mexico was scary.
Oh, yeah.
Mexico was scary, man. Oh, I don't know how the heck I made it through all that. I was going from until I was 17 years old. I was about 27, 28 years old. I was hitchhiking across Canada, United States. You know what I was doing? I was running away from the problem. And every time I ended up, I know we all know this one. They used to go to the end, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I look at that. You always bring the jerk with you. I am the problem. And that's all there is to it. I am the problem. All right? I am the problem.
Yep. We always say on this channel, and I learned it in my ILP, and I'm sure everybody's heard it before, but you got alcoholism, you remove the alcohol, you still got the ism.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, ism. Yeah. And what is it? When I was out there, I was a drunk. And when I got into Alcoholics Anonymous, I got promoted to alcoholic.
Yep. That's a good one. I'm going to keep that one.
I'd rather be an alcoholic than a drunk, because drunk sounds ugly. Oh, man, I better get going there, my beautiful people, because I got to have my lunch, get ready, and go and work with those people that are teaching me how to, oh, man, there's some stories I could tell you about some of these clients. It's funny, man, but it's great. I love being there. And the COVID-19 has gave me a lot of blessings, believe it or not.
Us too.
Blessings. Because you know what it's done for me most of the time in the last, 6 weeks, I think I've been isolated. Reflection, man.
Tons of reflection, huh?
Lots of reflection, man. I said, okay, now what? If you're going to be isolated till the day you die, are you going to? I said, yeah, I'm ready.
That's good.
Power acceptance is very powerful.
Yeah.
Oh, when you admit something, the problem exists, right? You'll fight it. You'll fight it and fight it and fight it. Selfish self, whatever. But when you accept something and the problem exists, you no longer have any desire to fight it. Just accept it, man. There are some things out there in life that we cannot fix. We have to accept it. As long as it's not affecting my life. I've done stupid things in my life that some people will never, ever forgive me. But that's something I have to accept. There are people that could not make amends to. It says in the big book, if you are willing, I know we're taking up a lot of time. I'm very sorry for that. But when we get to that point, when I can't make amends to someone that's already dead, I have to accept that. This is in the big book. If I have the opportunity, if I'm honest and I have the opportunity to make amends to that dead person, would I do it? And I'll say yes. And that's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, buddy. That's enough for me.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
It's nice to
Yeah,
see
it's
you,
great
Aubrey.
talking to you. Thank you. Nice seeing you guys too. Thank you.
Hey, one.
All right, we'll see you. Well, that was a special treat from everybody.
Oh,
We had
nice.
about 100 people in here just a little bit ago. Wherever you go, there you are, Mark and Penny say. That's true. Wherever you go, there you are. If you're the
Yep,
problem,
here I am
you ain't
again.
going to run away from it. That was a special Friday night. That's what happens when I'm not prepared. Anything goes. Tomorrow, I will definitely be prepared for chapter 5. So if you don't have the book, use one of the links in our description. Grab you a book that's called The 12 Steps We Took by Joe McHugh. What did he say? McQuay?
Something like that.
Yeah, McHugh. I don't know how to say his name now.
You've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Yeah, Aubrey corrected me on that somehow. But that was cool. We had Sober James on here. We had Sky. We had where were those guys from? Flagstaff, Arizona. A whole
The
facility that's
Sawyer
been watching
House?
us every night. That wasn't the Sawyer House. That was something else.
They're
Sawyer
with
House
them.
was the ladies.
Yeah,
It's probably
it's their friends. Anchored Hearts.
Which is awesome. So there's actual people watching our comments and watching the show and learning education at recovery in-house programs. So that's awesome, man. We're changing people's lives through the education on recovery, and I just couldn't be happier about it. Sober James is in the house. You're welcome, brother. Glad you tuned in, man. If you guys don't know who Sober James is, go check his channel out. Make sure you're subscribed. He streams 1 hour before I do, and we are on the same page as far as recovery goes about education and doing the dang thing. Just got to get it done, man. It's not easy. There's no easy way out. There comes a day that you have to battle the uncomfort. Principle before uncomfort. Do it. Michael Teeter in the house, almost 2 hours. Yeah, we're going on a good one. You guys go see. Oh, yeah. If you guys want one of these t-shirts right here, there's a place you can order them. And Felice will put that in the description if you want to. If you guys want a Recovering Addict t-shirt.
Yep.
We saw Polly on here tonight, which was cool. So tomorrow at 3:00 Mountain Standard Time, we're going to have a Zoom meeting. You can look for the link in. You'll see it. I threw it in here. You'll also be able to find it on our private Facebook group and in my Discord. That's pretty much all I use it for, is to post that link and a little bit of chit chat, not too much. But anyway, that was a good program. I'm glad everybody was here. So tomorrow, chapter 5, we're going to go look in depth at step 5, and I don't care how many days it takes. It usually takes us about 2 to 3 days to get through a chapter. And so that's what we're going to be. Day 6 today, almost 1 week. Yeah, good job.
Nice. Good job, Tony.
Good job, Tony. Proud of you, brother. Well, we've been on for 2 hours. It's a good stream. Good stream. So until tomorrow at 3:00 at Zoom, I will see you there. And then again at 8:00 in the evening. But until we didn't say our prayer.
Nope.
We got to say our prayer first. Oh, let's see what this guy says. Host. I know it's late, but do you have anything to add about making amends to your young kids you're still raising? I'm feeling so down about that. Hey, Amos, hold on. I'll answer that question. Just keep swimming. Let's get personal on this one. Yo.
Yeah.
Come here.
I'm watching the live stream out there.
Oh, I can take these off now.
Oh, yeah. We can take these off.
Ears hurt.
Okay, so Just Keep Swimming has a question here. Don't take a bite. Sit down. Wipe your lips a little bit.
Ranch lips.
He says, do you have anything on making amends to your kids that you're still raising? I'm feeling down about my stuff right now. So the alcoholism that I went through and you had to live through me as a dad, what suggestions do you have about me apologizing to you, the way that I apologize to you, and anything that how a kid takes it and receives it, or what they saw and what they expect from a parent?
Just my main word of advice would be like, be honest. Like with situations where the kid might not have understood what was happening, tell them the truth, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's one thing that you always did. You always told the truth. You never lied, you know? You're always like, yeah, I'm an alcoholic. And, you know, you're always like, I'm going to quit one day. I was holding on for that day for a long time. But no, I was just, some advice that I would give is just don't lie to your kids, you know? Be be honest with them, be straightforward with them, tell them that you did have a problem and that now that you're clean, you're going to try to do better and keep yourself clean.
Sweet. All right, thanks, brother.
That's good advice, bud. You can finish your salad now. Yes. He's so hungry.
You guys want to pray with us? We're going to pray and bounce up on here. What do you think about that? Just keep swimming. So from a kid's perspective, I was always open and honest about what I was doing. Obviously I was, didn't flaunt it like that, but they knew I had a problem. I admitted to him I had a problem, and I apologized for all the harm and neglect. Because he would come home all excited from school or sports events or whatever and tell me this great, awesome story about what he was proud of. And then the next day I would be like, huh? We talked about what? And then that really bothered him, is when he would tell me and open up to me, and then the next day me not remember. And so being sorry, and all we can do is say sorry and move on, because we cannot change the past. There's no amount of things you can do or gifts you can buy to make it up, because you'll never be able to make that up. The only thing you can do is continue to live a better life and not ever go back to doing what you did again. And the way that you can make it up, you can't buy it, you can't do that, but the way you can make it up is to be actively engaged in their lives as a person, attentively. Be there for them, listen to their problems, help them out with school, push them and drive, because parenting still is parenting, even after, after addiction, there's still the pain in the ass part of parenting, but just be there, because you can be there now,
Yeah. Even Millie's 8. I don't know how young your kids are, but we're always honest with her too.
Yep. She knows exactly what's up. Well, I guess they don't want to come and pray with us. You guys want to come pray with it? You guys want to pray with us or what? Peekaboo.
You're still here.
Peekaboo.
Yep. I'm still here. Yeah.
What is it?
3, 10, and 11. Yeah, definitely your 10 and 11-year-old know what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
They'll understand the honesty.
11-year-olds.
You want to? What about Linky?
Link wants it. I think.
He's 8 and Link.
And why
Our
is
other
15?
boys.
Let's ask
14.
Millie, what do you think about the way I should say sorry to you for when I was drinking too much?
I don't really care. I didn't really care when you drunk. I would just leave you alone.
That's caring.
I'll just
Yeah.
let you do your own thing. That's what I would do. If you were drinking, I'd just let you do your own thing.
Give your daddy a hug.
Would you want him to apologize to you?
Yeah.
No, I don't
give her a
really care if
hug,
he
man.
wants to.
You don't
God
really
bless
care
her
if he
little
wants
soul.
to?
Yeah.
Awesome girl. What a
She's
beautiful
awesome.
kid.
Says you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Awesome girl.
Okay, we're going to pray. You guys want to come?
Yeah.
I said
Well,
Linky
we'll
was
leave you
coming.
on, Aubrey. You can pray with us.
Yeah.
My hands are cold.
You're freezing.
Thank you. Just
I
keep
feel like I'm
swimming.
hot.
No, Linky?
No, Linky. I
He's
want to be
usually the
a.
most eager. Come on,
Oh, he
Trader
just
Joe.
disappeared.
Trader Joe.
All right. God,
God.
God,
me the
grant
serenity
me serenity.
to accept the things I
Accept the things
cannot
I cannot
change,
change.
the
the
courage
courage
to change the things I can,
and
the
the
wisdom
wisdom
to
to
know the
know the
difference.
Amen.
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 God, I want to reach out to you just as a special night tonight for everybody that was with us, everybody that watched us, and anybody that's still hurting and suffering, whatever part of the recovery they are in, please guide them with strength to apologize, to make amends, to just come clean, to suffer through the hard part. And we pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
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 All right, y'all. Until next time, 8:00 tomorrow, we are going to go
Night,
through
Aubrey.
chapter 5.
Good night.
Aubrey
Take care.
for being here. But until next time, stay strong, work your program, and remember,
We recover better together.